Hi, how are we all? I hope you are all good. I have got a vlog for you that is way overdue and a task for me that is way overdue. So if you've got a task in your house that you have left for ages, we're going to tackle that together today. My task is the upstairs cupboard. The downstairs cupboard needs doing again as well. Are we shocked? No, we're not. It's a hot mess constantly. I tidy it, stuff gets brought in, stuff ends up being abandoned in there by the other people that live in the house with me, and I'm just like, why is this happening? But it's fine, we'll clean it. So my cupboard upstairs that I want to do is like a storage place for my, what's in there, like my overspill of toiletries. I've got bedding in there. I've got loads of different like bits and pieces. There's a suitcase in there. Just stuff is just in there, and there's loads of stuff that doesn't need to be in there. I definitely need to compress my bedding. So let's go and do that. Fun. Let's get into today's clean. Okay, so I'm going to show you the area we're dealing with today. It's this. Look at the absolute, I can't even, what in the world? I can remember planning, building my whole world around you. So there is so much stuff in here that needs to get out of here, quite frankly. Yeah, we're going to do it together. I've got a plan in mind and a vision. I mean, why? See, this is the thing. So like the kids, they'll get their stuff and then they'll be like, me, don't want it anymore. And rather than being like, Mum, what should I do with this? This is like the cupboard they stuff it in. And then it's the same with the downstairs one. They just throw stuff in there. And I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'll deal with that. But it's good content for you guys. So, a lot of this is going to be gone, and it's going to be just like a nice, clear, organised space that looks like super cute, really aesthetically pleasing. This cupboard space is actually quite a nice size. It's quite big, and if I was a DIYer, which I'm not, I can make things come to life, but I'm not very good with like a drill. I end up going through like pipes and stuff, so we don't want to be doing that. But in an ideal world, I would have like, I would put shelving up along here, just like shelves all the way along the back. And then I would get like really cute baskets, which we'll come to shortly. But before we begin anything, as usual, I've said it before and I'll say it again, we want to start with a clean, empty space. So that means everything comes out before we begin the clean, because you're going to want to wipe the insides of any cupboards that you're doing. So you might not necessarily have a space like this that you want to do today, but it might be a kitchen cupboard, for example. Tackle that today, just so we've got one thing ticked off our list for that feel-good factor of accomplishment, and we've done something today. You've got this, girl. Okay, so let's go, and I'll sit you down somewhere and I'm going to start bringing all of this out. Okay, my loves, here is the space we are now working with. It's not like mega bad, but things like these scuff marks, girl, they bother me. So, oh, it's quite echoey in here. I might just actually, hang on, let me turn you around. I might just become like Hayley Potter and just live in here. I mean, quite comfy. It's nice. I quite like it. Just get like a little, you know, bean bag or something. Can you imagine? Imagine being in here with like a bean bag, like a little like torchlight on your head, and just like, I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing my like yoga sessions in here, my breathing techniques. It's quite good in here. Anyway, that's not what we're here to do. I'm gonna get the products now. So for the walls, when you wall wash, we love to see it here. I'm really sorry, the colour's going to be awful, guys, but I'm in the cupboard box. So when you wall wash, let me see if I lean out a little bit, there you go. When you wall wash, you want to use either sugar soap, and make sure it's, if you buy the granular sugar soap, that you dilute it, or you can buy the ready-made sugar soap. That's going to be fine on your walls. Test an inconspicuous area first, as always, or just use a tiny amount of dish soap. I'm going to go downstairs and get my fairy antibacterial dish soap for the walls, and then you're going to just use some warm water and a clean cloth, soft cloth, and we're going to get rid of the scuff marks. Then we're going to vacuum because it's carpeted in here, so there's like a little carpet bit. Let me show you. So yeah, it's carpeted, so I'll just vacuum this. The skirting boards aren't awful, but they are a little bit dusty. Don't want to see that in here. And once we've done that, we'll move on to our next step. So let's all go and get our sugar soap or our dish soap. Okay, here we are back in the shoebox, and I've got my dish soap and a clean cloth, and you're just going to see how easy that just shifts off. It just makes me feel better. I can't bear having these on, and I know it's an inside cupboard, no one's gonna see it, but I have now seen it and I can't unsee it. So yeah. Okay, let's wipe all of this down. And then while we're here, what we can do with the exact same product is literally just go over the skirting boards. Normally I'd like to, if you've got skirting boards that are really, really dusty, I would say vacuum the dust off first and then go in with a damp duster. Don't bother using one that's a dry duster because it just spreads the dust from one area to the other, and it's a complete waste of time. All that happens is when you dry dust, is the dust ends up going up in the air, and this is just science. It then falls elsewhere in your house. So although the dust might not necessarily be on that area anymore, it's just flown away to another area. So yeah, see, that's annoying. Any of the ones that don't come off, I'm gonna have to get my little paint pot out. So here on the skirting board, there's a scuff mark. That's not shifting with the dish soap. I mean, if I go in a bit more brutal, it might. No, it doesn't want to come off. So for that, I'm going to go downstairs and get the pink stuff paste. The pink stuff paste you can use on skirting boards because they're generally a lot more hardy. Don't use them on your walls though, because you're going to end up with, you're going to take the paint off the wall if you use the pink stuff because it is abrasive. Okay, so we'll go around the entire area that we're doing. We're going to vacuum, and then we'll start the organising process. Okay, here's my pink stuff paste that I am going to be using on the skirting board scuffs. And I'm just going to use the same cloth that we've just wool washed with, and then with your index finger you just wrap it around a part of the cloth, and you only need the tiniest amount. I mean, even that's probably a bit too much, but